Previously on Smart Mobility Today, we heard stories about smart cities, space, and energy. This week's show focuses on hydrogen, more space news, robots exploring the oceans, plus autonomous delivery and shipping.
You've got something to say, and we can help you say it. Detroit Media Productions is here for your audio, photography, and video needs. DetroitMediaProductions.com.
Hi, this is Cindy Polakowski. The Next Gen Freight Rail Conference from Railway Age includes a presentation of quickly developing hydrogen-powered locomotives made for freight rail applications, featuring Bob Bremer, Group Vice President of Product Management at Wabtec, and Corey Davis, Director of Innovation, Alternative Fuels and Energy Management at CSX. The event will focus on hydrogen-powered locomotive initiatives. The big potential with hydrogen is in retrofitting the existing base of 20,000 locomotives. In one example, a 35-year-old train has its diesel engine, alternator, and cooling system removed, and in its place, fuel cells were installed. The area freed up by the removal of the fuel tank was replaced with batteries, whose role it is to capture energy from regenerative braking when going downhill, especially useful in mountainous territory. French oil company Total Energies is developing two green hydrogen projects with industrial gases company Air Liquide. The €1 billion green hydrogen investment is focused on decarbonizing refineries in Belgium and the Netherlands, cutting CO2 emissions from Total Energies refineries by up to 450,000 metric tons annually. Green hydrogen, produced using electricity from renewable sources and through the electrolysis of water rather than by stripping it from natural gas and releasing CO2, leaves only water and oxygen as byproducts when burned. Many European governments are including green hydrogen in their goals, focusing on moving away from oil and natural gas. Nikola, the EV maker once recognized as a rising star among early EV companies, has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. They ran into trouble 3 years ago when founder Trevor Milton was convicted of misleading investors. At Milton's trial, prosecutors cited a video of a Nikola prototype truck driving down a highway. But it was really a non-functioning Nikola being rolled down a hill. In 2020, Nikola was valued at around $30 billion. A new battery technology could mean cheaper and safer EVs in the United States, assuming no tariff or trade issue related complications. An EV powered by a lithium iron phosphate, or LFP battery, could offer the advantages of reduced fire risk, increased vehicle longevity, and even lower car payments. The LFP battery gets less range than the nickel, manganese, cobalt, commonly used in Europe and the U.S. However, that trade-off has been a good one in the Chinese market and has meant EVs that pollute less and cost less. The LFP was invented in 1997 by U.S. scientists, but then abandoned in favor of the nickel, manganese, cobalt, which offered greater range, a quality demanded by U.S. consumers. In the Arctic Ocean, spring means longer days with more sunshine. This awakens the phytoplankton, who, during their spring bloom, grow explosively beneath the icy surface. For scientists, tracking this growth has been complicated and difficult. Recently, autonomous robots have been developed to track plankton. A science team launches robots into the sea in an effort to help better capture the details. The robots, lightweight autonomous underwater vehicles, are programmed to move through the water and detect the fluorescence emitted by chlorophyll, the green pigment that phytoplankton uses for photosynthesis. The robots can do what traditional water sampling cannot. They can find their way to the tightest concentration of phytoplankton in the water column. This allows for accurate calculation where measurement has historically been uncertain, ultimately improving the quality of data.
Looking for better ways to manage your IT, phone systems, or remote workforce? Improve your organization using technology that works for you. psntechnology.com.
This week, the European Space Agency, or ESA, guided the ESA NASA Solar Orbiter in its closest ever encounter with Venus. The flyby is the first to tilt the spacecraft's orbit, allowing it to see what cannot be seen from Earth, the polar regions of the sun. And more news from space. If you are worried about reports of a possible asteroid impact in 2032, there is good news. NASA has dropped the probability of an impact from asteroid 2024 YR4 to 1 in 67. This updated assessment is based on new orbital data for the asteroid, which is estimated to be around 180 feet wide. Meanwhile, in the same week in space news, the president says that the Starliner astronauts are, quote, stranded. The astronauts have been in space since June of 2024, part of a Boeing mission to the International Space Station that was supposed to last 1 week. In a recent interview, one of the astronauts in question, Suni Wilmore, said, "We are part of something bigger than ourselves. We are part of the International Space Station. So no, we don't feel abandoned. We feel like we are part of the team, and that's a huge honor." Reportedly, Elon Musk is working on a rescue plan at the direction of the White House. NASA's existing plan for returning the astronauts home had already included SpaceX.
We will be right back.
All right, ready.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready. No, that's fine. All right, ready.
More water.
Water.
No.
But I can give it a presenting.
We'll be right
I did.
Okay, shut the door.
That's why it makes no sense. Okay.
Aspen Search Group finds the talented professionals your organization needs to keep growing. Visit aspensearch.us and talk with our expert recruiters.
Canada Research Chair in Smart and Sustainable Civil Infrastructure, Professor Ian Sadhu, is directing a living lab for smart cities development. From Sadhu's point of view, smart technologies are the reason that cities like New York, Singapore, and Seoul have become global hubs for cultural and economic growth. His team of computer scientists and engineers develop technologies that can assess degradation of a city infrastructure and help leaders make informed decisions about maintenance, rehabilitation, and demolition. The tools that they develop offer, quote, data-to-decision capabilities and include high-speed cameras, LiDAR, underwater and area drones, and augmented reality glasses, all driven by AI and machine learning. The Robovan W5 has the largest modular cargo bay in its class. It does not have articulating legs or robotic arms, but offers huge cargo capabilities and moves autonomously. Developed by China's WeRide, the W5 has 194 cubic feet of space and the ability to carry a payload of about 2,200 pounds. The Robovan has level 4 autonomy, a result in part of the company learning from almost 25 million miles of autonomous driving on public roads involving its robotaxis and other vehicles. In Texas, Saronic Technologies announced that it has raised $600 million to build an autonomous shipyard that it will call Port Alpha. The facility will focus on growing a fleet of autonomous surface vessels in response to demands from the Pentagon for more drones. According to company CEO Dino Mavrikis, quote, "It is going to be the most advanced shipyard in the world. We're going to build it right here in America. We're going to build it from the ground up." A site for Port Alpha has not yet been selected. Saronic is engaging discussions with states in the U.S., inciting Texas and the Gulf Coast as a possible location.
Read these stories and more at globalautomobility.com and subscribe to Smart Mobility Today on your favorite podcast platform. Sign up to receive our weekly newsletter and follow us on social media at Smart Mobility Today. Produced by Detroit Media Productions, this is Smart Mobility Today.